What's up everyone, it's Jay here at the Aimless Cook, and on today's episode we are going to make a sushi bake. Now sushi bake is a Hawaiian kind of potluck dish that essentially is a bed of rice with a mixture of seafood and mayo on top that we're going to broil until the mayo gets golden brown. From there we're just going to cut it into squares and serve them on squares of nori, sheets of nori, and it's delicious. The great thing is that it's perfect for packing, which makes it perfect for our lunchbox series. Now, in fact, a sushi bake is very similar to an Indonesian dish that's popular right now called a mentai rice, which is essentially the same thing, except I think in the Indonesian version I see that there's a lot more mayo, so it makes it a lot more creamy on top of the rice, and you eat it with a spoon rather than having it on the nori. So it's very easy to do. We can do it both ways. I'm going to show you how to do it right now on the Aimless Cook. So we're going to start this recipe with our rice, and we have some medium grain rice here. This is for sushi, and we just need 2 cups of cooked rice. So let's take a look at the seafood elements of our dish today. So we have a half a pound of imitation crab meat, as well as about 8 to 10 ounces of salmon that we have, in addition to some mentaiko. Now mentaiko is just the spicy roe from the Alaskan pollock. So the first thing I'm going to do here with my imitation crabs, I got that half pound, and I'm just going to run my knife through there just to separate it all so that it will be easier to distribute into our mayo. Next, I got this salmon belly here that I had left over from some salmon that I trimmed, and what I'm just going to do is I'm going to sort of cut it into strips that I will just distribute along the top of the casserole when I assemble it. Now the beauty about the salmon belly is that it has a lot of extra fat and omegas and is extremely rich and delectable. So with most of the seafood prep done, all I have to do is preheat my broiler. I got it on high heat. You want to position your rack about 6 inches from the top. So in a mixing bowl here, I got that imitation crab that we cut up from earlier, and to that I'm just going to add about a cup of kewpie mayo. Now kewpie mayo, of course, is the Japanese mayo, and you might want to know what the difference is in case you're asking. And usually the difference is that the kewpie mayo is made from egg yolks instead of the whole eggs that other mayonnaises are made from, which gives you a nice rich flavor. Now we're just going to mix that all together, and then to that we're going to add about a tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half of our mentaiko. Now mentaiko, of course, like I said before, is the roe from the pollock as well, and it has a little bit of spice to it, and it is really good. It adds a lot of little umami flavor to everything from things like this mayo to pasta to whatever you really want to add it to. So we're just going to mix everything together thoroughly, and then we are going to set it aside. Okay, so now we are going to get onto our assembly, and for that I have a 9x13 baking dish here that we're just going to spray with some cooking spray, and then we're going to start by laying down a layer of our sushi rice. So we got that 2 cups of the cooked sushi rice. We're just going to put it on the bottom, followed by a nice generous layer of the furikake that we have. And furikake, of course, is the Japanese seaweed rice seasoning. You can get it in many different types of flavors, but this one is mainly nori and sesame. And then from there, we're going to put on our imitation crab mixture with the mayo. And then finally on top, we are going to put our strips of salmon. Now after that, we can put some more of the furikake on top as well. And then we can just shove it into the oven, and then we're just gonna broil it until everything is nice and golden brown. Now the beauty with this is that it is so versatile. You can eat it with the nori, like little tacos with your hands, and that's what makes it so popular with kids.
And personally, this is my favorite way to eat it. I just like to put a little bit of soy sauce on top. But of course, it can also be packed away. Now, I got them here in these containers that you can also heat up for later in the microwave.
So that was our recipe for the sushi bake. I hope you enjoy it. Take it with you, make it yours, and have fun in the kitchen. Which brings me to my question of the day. What is your favorite casserole style dish? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to like this video and subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you on the next one.